Do I need to cover up the top?
No,
Hello,
you keep.
good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. How are we all? Are we all good?
Yeah, we love it. We were talking coffee.
Yeah, we're talking
just
coffee. It's all right.
About a coffee. Sorry.
The one thing that everybody knows about us is that we're not very professional. We don't get things right at all.
Talk to yourself.
Yeah, this is not what I signed up for.
So we're back again with another episode, and we do happen to have a guest with us today. So we have Sarah Fenby with us, mainly of UK Hoopers fame, but also current vice champion of PAWC back in Portugal last year.
Fantastic.
Word world out of the world champion.
Sorry, yes, all right then.
Really
vice world champion.
World champion. Yeah, come on, don't short sell me.
Yeah, absolutely. Milk it for everything that it is.
I've probably got about 6 months left of holding on to that, so we'll use it.
Yeah, what amazing achievement, Sarah.
Thank you. It
was, we travelled a long way for that.
That was a flipping long way.
That was Portugal, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stacey she tried out for the British team this year.
Okay.
And obviously she put her heart and soul in it, but there was a little glimmer when she didn't get of Portugal's so far, isn't it?
It was a very long way. It was 3 days of coaching, 3 days of sitting on the coach.
Each way. I mean, I still think of it as 6 days on a coach. I'm not quite over it yet. It's still 6 days on a coach to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was a good championships. It was a good venue. It was a nice place to go. Everything was good. Just the traveling there and back was tough. But we had a coach full of like-minded people, so we did manage to get through quite well.
What word you were going to say then? I was a little bit concerned.
We were all like-minded people, so we got through it quite well.
Yeah, I was going to say I know when we went to Switzerland, that was long enough, but 3 days. Whew.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard work, but it was worth it in the end because Sarah came back with a vice world champion.
Yeah.
There we go. Right, so the reason that we've got Sarah with us today is we're going to talk about the British ParAgility Championships that we've set up for first time ever. I think that anything's ever been done like this, if I remember, especially in this country.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think anything's been done on this scale before, certainly. But yeah, certainly to my knowledge, it's the first time anything like this has been done here.
Yeah.
Ever.
So, go on, Emma, go on.
No, I said first time ever.
Yeah, first time ever. So we've set this up.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. We set this up because we spoke. We're going to talk over each other a little bit here. We set this up. Well, we spoke about it for a few years, haven't we? A couple of years we've been doing, obviously, with us being on the IMCA and the PAWC team together, and over a couple of years of competing together over there, we've said, I think that something needs to highlight in the UK how good our para team actually is and how good our para handlers are in this country. And I don't think that they get enough of a highlight for what they do on a general basis,
and I think
also what they do abroad.
Sorry, Stuart. I think it's fair to say that before I went to IMCA Para with Herbie, which was a good few years ago, pre-COVID, I didn't even know that it existed. So I think there's a lot of people out there that maybe would benefit just for you guys just doing a little minute on what it is that happens out there, because it's quite inspiring, isn't it?
It certainly is inspiring. If I quickly go for, I'll let Sarah jump straight in after me. But for me, from being on the IMCA team, again, I didn't know anything about the PAWC at all until I got there. And obviously, as I got there, it was obviously you get the nerves, you get all the bits and pieces. You're about to compete for your country in your sport, etc. And then you sit back and watch some of the para handlers go, and all of your nerves generally disappear quite quickly because you're like, I have absolutely nothing to worry about at this stage. What they do and how they handle and how they go about things is
boring, isn't it? It is quite. I found it it almost stops you in your tracks that actually the team is there to support the paras. We're nothing, obviously we're something, but equally it's incredible.
It's definitely more about that for me than, I mean, obviously competing for your own country in your sport is brilliant, but going to them, supporting that, getting the and inspired by those is absolutely probably the main reason that I go.
Yeah. So tell me about your experience, Sarah. Well, was it the first time last year?
No, so my first time was Spain 2019. So I think both you and Stu were there. That's actually really interesting listening to your guys' take on the whole IMCA Para championship, because as a para handler, I think there is no para competition in the UK. So we're constantly competing against able-bodied handlers. You know, thankfully, my dogs are not of the same grade as Stuart's dogs, but there will be a time when I literally have to queue next to him and run in the same class. I mean, it happens occasionally at the minute, but
yeah,
you know, so day in, day out, we're competing exactly the same as you guys.
Yeah.
And there is no differential. And then I get, certainly for me, I'm only speaking on my behalf here, but I get to the paras and I look at people that are way, way more disadvantaged in the agility side of things than I am. And it's really, really easy for me to get frustrated at shows, really easy, because it's bloody hard when you can't run. I mean, it's hard enough when you can, you know, but it's really hard.
Disability is.
Sorry, say that again, Emma.
Do you mind sharing what your disability is? Or if you don't want to, then don't.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Stuart to start laughing. So I had cancer in my leg. I signed all the paperwork to have an amputation, but on the day of the surgery, they decided that they wanted to try something, so we went for it. So I had a huge amount of my leg removed, but then it was rebuilt with bits from my other leg. So essentially, my leg doesn't work that well. I've got no feeling in my feet. I've got a fused ankle, nerves that just want to do whatever they want to do. And then just to help myself out a little bit, 5 weeks before the championship last year, 2023, I decided that a lung tumour was a really good idea. So we have some open chest surgery just to, like, you know, fill up our prep list, ready to go out to the Netherlands. So yeah, between having a big chunk of lung missing and a dodgy leg, and I'm blind in one eye as well, just to like
just put something. I know this is totally irrelevant, but this is us, Stuart, right?
Yeah.
So you hear all day, every day, like when you're at shows, don't you, people moaning in a competition and moaning about the person next to you. But actually, I want to take this moment right now to say, you never know what the person next to you is dealing with.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd say it's really easy for me to go to a show, especially at some of the lovely venues we've got, like Ogilvy's, perfect running surface, AstroTurf. I could probably get a bit of a jog on that, I'll admit. But when you watch running handlers on that sort of surface, they fly. They absolutely fly. And the sort of courses you get at those sort of shows, they lend themselves to it. And then I try and waddle along with a dog that's like running like an insane mega beast on a turbo floor, and I can't get anywhere. And it's really hard to, really easy to get frustrated. But I automatically assume that everybody that can run, and that they're not dealing with anything, and that it is only me. So it can go both ways too.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. Hats off to you, Sarah, honestly.
But when you get to the championship, as Stu says, and as you've seen yourself, it is so eye-opening when you see people that are double amputees, blind, completely blind handlers, people in wheelchairs, motorised wheelchairs, and bodysuits. There's a lady that we didn't see this year, we saw her in the Netherlands, that was completely mute and worked her dog on a voice box. And then you realise that actually my wonky leg probably isn't that bad in the grand scheme of things. Like, really, why am I getting so het up about it?
I always say that I work with a lot of trainers, mentoring them, and I always say that whatever your problem is, the problem is the wrong word, but whatever you're dealing with, it's real to you.
Yeah.
And that's what matters, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But it's nice to have a bit of perspective sometimes.
Yeah. I think that's a female thing. Stuart just wobbles along and just gets on.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just listen.
Anyway, he runs so fast. Can growing old be a disability? I thought that at a show yesterday. I'm like, oh God, I'm getting too old for this.
I don't think we can add that to a list.
No. And so talking about lists, right? Okay, let's get back to where we were. So lots of people won't know that the para competition is graded, isn't it? Is there 6 grades? Am I right?
So I think there's 7. At the PAWC. Yeah. So it's not graded on the dog like it is here. So it's got nothing to do with what you've previously won or where you've competed or even the size of your dog or the breed or anything like that. So all ages, all breeds, all grades, they all run together. The classification is done on the handler's sort of paranoia. There's got to be a better word for that. On the handler's disability. What's really interesting is it's not like a tick box disability thing. So it's not like, oh, check the box if you've got MS or check the box if you're an amputee. It's actually based on how you're disadvantaged compared to an average agility handler.
Okay.
Which can sometimes like add in a few different bits. So I obviously, being blind in one eye, I've got no depth perception. So things like backsides and inside slices, for example, I don't know where my dog is in relation to the fence. I don't know which. If I ask for an inside, I don't actually know if they've come in until they get to the fence. So that obviously is taken into consideration. And there's lots of handlers that have got a range of issues that sort of build up into their para classification. But it's not necessarily a tick box like, oh, you've got this, so you are in this.
Right.
So what's really nice is they
sorry, is it done on your entries, or is it a pre-distinguished kind of grading system, or do you get your entries and then grade them appropriately?
So a little bit of both. So to apply for the PAWC, you've got to submit videos, you've got to submit medical information that's all countersigned by doctors and whatever. And they have medical professionals on the board that review those. So by the time, if you are looking to go out on the team, by the time you get there, they already kind of know what to expect from you. And then they watch that really, really useful 1 minute of practice that we get when we get there. They watch that really intently, and they will then make their decisions. It has been known that handlers will be changed category after their first run as well. So before the first results are announced, they could be changed. So yeah, it's a little bit of both. There's a lot of medical history involved, and then it's people with a medical background and agility knowledge.
Yeah, amazing. I think before we get on to your event, which I can't wait to hear about, I think one of the biggest ones for me over there was a young lad that was carried, and the only movement that he had was in his finger. Literally, he was carried round by his carer. With
that was a boy. Was it the Italian team?
I think so.
With a Labrador, maybe.
I'm not sure. It was a long time ago. I should remember, but I remembered like just took him about 10-15 minutes to get round, and it was a young person.
I'm just trying to think. Do you think that's Arabella? She was in Spain, wasn't she?
It might be. You might be mistaken. Yeah, it might be Arabella. To be fair,
she had short black hair, and
yeah,
it was incredible, absolutely incredible. So anyway, let's hear about your event then. This is exciting. I'm very excited. When is it?
So it will be on the weekend, the 4th and 5th of October.
Okay.
This year, 2025. Sorry?
Hey, I've got my diary out.
You're getting the diary out.
Yeah. So it's the 4th and 5th of October, and the venue will be Ogilvy Dog Training Centre.
I love Ogilvy. They're great there, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. It's such a lovely venue. And it's a perfect running surface as well.
2 day, 1 day?
2 days.
2 days. Okay. I know. Don't pull that face. We're going straight in. We're going in. Well, the good thing is though, the bar hasn't been set. We are literally setting the bar here. So we're just going to go for it. We're going straight in 2 days championship. We've got some amazing judges, amazing kit, amazing venue, and yeah, why not? Let's just go. Let's just do it.
So there will be camping available as well, because it's a weekend. So there will be camping available for those that will be obviously wondering and asking. So it's going to be, the accessibility hopefully should be for everybody. So there's plenty of space for camping and parking and all that sort of stuff. So that's why we chose that venue, I think, because it got the accessibility to that venue is probably one of the best around at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. And what Sarah was saying about the surface is perfect. They've got so much space in there, haven't they?
Yeah.
The surface is great. And even the fact that they've got permanent disabled toilets and they've got the showers there and things like that. And just everything is level. I mean, it's good old Lincolnshire Fens. Everything is level. The exercise area, even for people that do rely on wheels to get about, they're not going to be having their teeth rattled out just exercising the dog. So yeah, it was really a no-brainer.
And have you worked out how the event is going to run?
Well,
pretty much.
Championship, I'm assuming there's going to be a final over the weekend, or
so the plan is to probably combine the results and just have it as a like what they do at the actual event. It's basically a combined results over the event. So there'll be potentially, I think we've got three courses each day. So there'll be two. I'm gonna get it right now. I'm gonna get it wrong. 2 jumping and 1 agility each day.
Right.
And then obviously on the Sunday at the final combined results will then obviously go through to hand out who is obviously the British ParAgility champion at the end of that weekend.
And what sort of level? So are you going to go very similar grading systems, or just for people listening out there that might be interested?
I'll let Sarah go through that because she knows a little bit more about the rules than I do.
Thanks. I can get lynched when it's wrong. So essentially, I mean, PAWC has been going, I think, 21 or 25 years now.
Yeah.
It's a very long-standing tournament, and they've made little tweaks and changes along the way. And on the whole, it works really, really well. So we'll make no bones about the fact that we are basing rules and how we're going to do everything largely on how the PAWC do it. Because simply, but if it ain't broke, don't why fix it?
No, exactly, yeah.
So the way, as you mentioned, the way they do it is you have 3 runs and then it's combined results. Declare the winners in all of the 7 sections. Now, whether we have 7 different sections or not, we're just working out the fine points on that.
Yeah.
But essentially, you can come and compete. It will be possible for people to compete 1 or 2 days. Obviously, the championship will be done over the 2, but if somebody could only make 1 day, or if physically, emotionally, it's not possible to compete for 2 days, we completely get that. It is possible to just come and enjoy 1 day of fantastic courses in a fantastic venue. So over at the World Championships, obviously the courses are set at sort of World Championship level. They won't be quite as challenging for the British Championships, but they're certainly not going to be grade 1 to 3s. So we are going to be looking sort of mid to higher grade settings. But the good thing about it is, with all the grading being done only on the handler classification, it means any grade of dog can enter.
Yeah.
And the courses will be built with para-handlers in mind. So there will certainly be space for wheelchairs to navigate through the course and things like that.
Yeah. Are you allowed to tell us the judges, or do you want to save that?
Can we do an...
You can save it. Let's make it. Let's get unfold. I want to give
I'm happy to do an exclusive today. We've got the contract signed now, so we can say whatever we want now.
They're both signed. Yeah, they're both signed.
So we've got the judges involved now, so we can say who they are. So if Sarah, if you want to introduce the judges for us, that would be ideal.
So we have got can we call him a stalwart of PAWC?
Not sure.
Is that what you already did?
We already have, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So we've got the lovely Ryan Hennessy is one of our judges for this year. So Ryan knows his way around the IMCA and PAWC competitions. Obviously, he's a very well-known, very good British judge, which makes him cheaper to obtain. But no, he was a very, very easy choice for us. He's got great knowledge of the of para tournaments, as well as great knowledge of top class agility. So we're very excited for Ryan, and joining him, adding some glamour to it, is the very, very lovely Dawn Warnock.
Wow, yeah. I thought he was going to say me, adding glamour.
Yeah. Oh, sorry,
Maybe next time.
We'll put you on the list for next year. Yeah, we'll put you on the.
I would never
dress, right?
Yeah, I can't judge, never.
Yeah. So Dawn's courses are fantastic. To my knowledge, she's never been abroad to judge, but her courses are what I would class as international style. They're all big, they're all free flowing. Dawn herself tends to run very powerful dogs. So her lines just are some of my favourite to run. And she's judged some pretty cool stuff over here already. And yeah, we're really excited to have her. And I think the courses, knowing what we know about both judges, I think they're going to really complement each other nicely, and there's definitely going to be for everybody.
And agility jumping, both agility and jumping.
Both judges are going to do a mix of both agility and jumping over the 2 days, and we'll try and keep them as busy as we possibly can. So we need
that is so exciting, isn't it? So exciting. Just a question that's popped into my head, and I don't know the answer, which one I'm going to ask. Do they include in the grading psychological? Right.
Yeah. So there is a classification for non-physical.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. So things like dyslexia, dyspraxia, things like that have a huge effect on people doing agility. And again, going back to the good thing, I personally think one of the good things about how they do the grading system is that it is based on how it affects you versus an average able-bodied handler in the sphere of agility. So it's not necessarily about life.
No, I get.
It's about the sport, and things like dyspraxia obviously have a huge effect on people trying to memorise courses and navigate around them, and other such conditions as well. So yes, they are most definitely included.
So are you going to open a Facebook page, or what are you doing? How can we follow you?
Yeah, so we have got one. Stu, have you got can you do like magic on here? Can you
I can't do it like magic on here, but we can certainly put, when I post it up, I can certainly put the link to the Facebook page.
I'm disappointed. You should be able to share screen.
I know, yeah.
Just like come up at the bottom.
You would have thought so. You would have thought I would have been more prepared, wouldn't you?
I would have thought that we'd all be going, just click here.
But I would definitely put a link up on all the chats and all the bits and pieces that go with this podcast. I am
really excited and interested to see this unfold. Are you looking for helpers?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're always got. We have got a small core at the moment, haven't we, of team that we've got sort of doing their how do I explain it? Doing the strategic jobs. The nuts and bolts. Yeah, the people. We've got a small core of people that are going to hold it together for us. Because obviously myself and Sarah can't be trusted very often to do that well. So we do have a small team, but absolutely, if anybody is interested in getting involved, volunteering at any point, and as well as everybody else, when we do these events, even as far as people just checking car parks, checking exercise areas, making sure that people are where they should be, all the little bits that get forgotten. There's always a job somewhere for some
roll bin popped up.
Making sure the bins are empty. Those sort of little jobs that not many people like doing, but they're always necessary. So the more hands on deck we can have, better it'll be for us.
Guys, hold on, once we finish recording, can you guys? Something's just popped into my head as well that I'd like to discuss you off screen.
Off screen.
I'm not.
Now everybody's going to be going, what went on?
What are they doing?
something that popped into my head. Don't just go finish meeting.
Because he does this to me. I was literally at Crufts. I'm trying to be on my best behaviour on Discover Dogs with my dog trying to behave like she's on her best behaviour. And literally, somebody from another podcast that we probably can't talk about ran past and was like, I have just spoken to Stuart. You two are going to do a thing for us. He'll tell you all about it. And I've only just remembered, and I still don't know what it is. So don't you go signing me up for stuff like this again.
I just like, you know what it's like. We have an idea, we think about it, and I say, let's do it, and then we'll figure out
I don't think about my ideas. I'm like, oh God, I've done it.
We'll do it. We say we're going to do it, and then we'll figure out all the bits and pieces after.
Yeah,
yeah, that's it. And the problem is with this, most of the time when we've got coffee in our hands and we're being sensible, we're thinking about other things already. When these ideas pop in, we've got a beer in our hands. So it's like, yes, let's just do it.
Let's just do it.
Well, it is entrepreneur guiding you guys as well. I'm doing a lot of this at the moment. You should follow Stephen Bartlett. It's good.
Yeah.
He's the dragon, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on. I don't know whether you get on LinkedIn, but he does some amazing. Sorry, we've gone completely off piece now.
Yeah.
But he does some amazing podcasts of some amazing subjects of like people that just go, "Oh, that was a good idea."
Yeah. I think that's where all the good ideas come from. I think they're just,
so let's
we have an idea. Jump in, let's do it and figure it out after.
Yeah.
4th and 5th of October.
4th and 5th of October.
Ogilvy Dogs.
Yep.
Watch this space. You're going to share the Facebook page.
Yes, I will share the Facebook page at the bottom of all the chats and stuff that go with this podcast so everybody can see where it is. And they can join the Facebook page. And then the schedule will be out shortly. That's probably one of our things that we've got to just finalise. Dotting the I's and crossing the T's this weekend to make sure everything is in place. So that will be out shortly, and then everybody then can jump on that and hopefully make it an amazing event.
Yeah, and there's a Facebook event as well. So if people, she'll share the link for that. If everybody clicks going or interested or whatever on that, then when we put updates and we put them on there, Facebook will do that lovely thing where it tells you that there's an update. So people can get in touch. And just going back to what you said, Emma, about helpers, definitely, yes, please. But even if people want to come and watch and support, because it's going to be a big thing for a lot of these handlers to actually step into the ring. I've already coerced some into competing who haven't actually ever competed before because they feel like mainstream agility competitions aren't for them. They just don't have a place there, which I will beg to differ with, all day long. But you can't really argue with how somebody feels. So we've got people that are really, really going to be digging deep to come and compete at this show. So if there are just any spare people around, just to come and clap.
I'm getting back this year, but I do feel like I need to make time to be there.
Thank you. And but bring tissues. I mean, if going to PAWC has taught me anything, it's always have a tissue in your pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Because it creeps up on you every now and again. It will just come and get you.
I am so proud of you guys, and very, very good luck. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're looking forward to it. It should be a really good event.
Yeah, amazing. Good. Super.
Right. If it's not, it was all Stuart's fault.
Yeah.
Have another beer.
We're just going to have a beer and forget about it.
That's it.
Let's not do that again.
Thing. Maybe we should petition Ogilvy Dogs. That's the only thing they're lacking at their awesome venue is a bar.
It's a bar, yeah.
Maybe there's something in there.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Right, that's perfect. Right, thank you. Thank you very much, Sarah, for joining us. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us. And hopefully we'll be here in like 6 months. Oh no, it'll be over 6 months, 8 months time.
8 months time.
Debriefing it and sharing all the amazing stories from the very first British ParAgility Championships.
Wow.
Right.
And
wait to invite myself back.
I am going to state this now. This will be the first of many.
I hope so. We really hope so.
I do think
that's
really
why
hope so.
That little bit nervous about it, with it being the first one. Just sort of taking our time with the schedules and things to make sure we get it as right as we possibly can. But we are very, very, very excited for it.
Amazing.
Perfect.
See you later, guys.
Right. Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.